how are you all? I'm very happy to welcome you all back for our online computer class. Dear children, do you remember the last class? What we have learned in the last class? Yeah, we have been learning from your third chapter, isn't it? From the computer textbook. And what is the topic of the chapter, dear children? So it's Access 2013. We are learning about the design view in Access 2013, isn't it? Okay, so you have been learning what is Access software is all about, and why are we using that Access software, and how to use them in a proper way to get a better result. Okay, we have been seeing that so far, and there are two views in Access 2013. They are datasheet view and design view, and we have seen how to enter data in both the views, isn't it? So this chapter is especially all about design view. Am I right, dear children? So this is what we have seen so far, and in the third chapter today we are going to continue, and I think hopefully we'll complete the third chapter today, because we only have two topics in this chapter. So we are going to complete that today. Okay, so listen carefully, dear children. So now take your computer textbook and turn to page number 42. Okay, turn to page number 42 in your computer textbook. Okay, so we are going to learn today field properties pane. Okay, so where did you see this field properties, dear children? So you see that in design view or data sheet view? Do you remember? You see field properties pane in design view, isn't it? Yeah, very correct, dear children. So you will see that in design view this will appear at the lower half of the screen. When you open the design view in data sheet, you will see this field properties pane at the lower half. Okay, so what are the properties of this pane? Okay, this field properties pane, that is what we are going to learn today. What are the options that are available in this? Okay, so what are the things that you can specify using this field properties pane? Okay, so that is what we'll learn first. First of all, I'll show you what are the options that you could see in default. Okay, I have opened your Microsoft Access 2013. This is Access 2013. Okay, and look here, dear children, I have opened a file already. This file is about toy details. Okay, so already we have created this file. So if you have saved this in your laptop or your system, it will be available there. You can open that. Okay, dear children, when you open it, you could see this lower half. Can you able to see here? It is mentioned field properties. Okay, so this lower half of the screen is called field properties pane, and we are going to learn about these options that is available at the left corner. Okay, so the first option is called field size, isn't it? So you know what is field size? So it is the maximum number of data you can store in a particular field. Okay, so you know that in this table you will have field and what do you call rows in this table. So you have in a table usually what we will have rows and columns, isn't it? So in a data sheet a row is called what? You remember? Okay, it is called a record, isn't it? Yeah, a row is called a record and the column is called a field in a database. Okay, so now field size means the number of data, okay, the maximum number of data that a field can hold. Okay, so that will be mentioned here. By default, the total number of data that a particular field can hold is 255. Okay, so that is why it is mentioned here like this. The data may be either number or text, anything. Okay, if you are entering text, that also should hold only 255 characters, as well as if you are entering numbers, that also should Okay, so the next option is format option. Okay, so now the format option will specify how data will be displayed. Okay, you know, formatting means it is a way in which you will make your text or you will make your document look more attractive. Okay, using format option you can give styles to the data that you enter, isn't it? That is the meaning of formatting. That means formatting is nothing but changing. Okay, you are making some changes. Usually when we enter data, it will look by default, it will look very normal. Okay, but in order to make it more attractive, like you want to give color, different color to the data, or if you want to make the style of writing different. Okay, you want to make changes in the style of writing, so that these are the changes that you make, okay, to the default data that you enter is called formatting. Okay, so this will specify how your data will be displayed, that's it. Okay, so there are various types that you can follow. Okay, so for example, number and currency format is there. Okay, so that number and currency format you can choose from 7 predefined format. There are 7 predefined format in number and currency format alone. They are general number, currency, euro, fixed, standard, okay, percent and scientific. Okay, and you can also create custom formats. Okay, that we'll discuss all these properties. Okay, so now I'm just gonna explain you what are the properties available, and when we enter data. Okay, in for the future class, we'll be doing how we'll be learning how to enter data into your data sheet. Okay, so what are the different ways of entering data into the data sheet? During that time we'll make use of this field properties pane. Okay, that time you will get more clarity. When we enter currency in the data sheet, you will make use of this number and currency format. Okay, that will be visible in this field properties. Okay, now only default field properties will be available here, the options that is by default. Once you enter different kinds of data inside your data sheet, then you can able to see different kinds of options that is available under each property. Okay, so in format alone you have another thing called data and time format. Okay, that is for entering date and time. Okay, so there are different options like general date, long date, medium date, short date. Okay, these are the different options for date and time. Okay, and you can also set the region and the language that you use. Okay, but that you can set only with the help of control panel. Okay, you know where is control panel? Oh, control panel means the formal setting of your computer. Okay, not about this data sheet, that is setting of your computer. Control panel means. Okay, so we don't want to go in detail about control panel now because that is not under our topic. Okay, so let's learn only this data sheet now. Okay, then another format you have that is called logical format. Okay, can you able to see here logical format? Okay, so this is used by to display yes or no type logical questions. Logical means yes or no or on or off, true, false. This is called logical. In computer you call a logic. You will be learning because in future you will be learning more about this logic. Okay, you have logic gates. Okay, that you will learn in future. Okay, so whatever may be, if in computer if you call anything as logic, it means just two options, yes no or true false or on off or 1 2. Okay, so this 0 and 1. Okay, so only two options if you have, that you call it logical. Okay, so this logical formats is also available in your field properties pane. Okay, then next one is input mask. Can you able to see here input mask? This is used to enter your data, and also it is used to control what the user enters in a particular field. Okay, so if you enter a data in a particular field, that will be entirely controlled by this input mask. Okay, for example, if you enter a phone number, the input mask for the phone number could be like first you will write the code number. It will bracket the code number separately and the remaining numbers separately. So this is how it controls the data, the type of data that we enter inside a field. Okay, then next option is decimal places. Okay, sorry, next option is caption. Okay, so now caption is an alternative name for the field. Okay, so if you have an alternative name for a particular field, then that will come under caption. Okay, so totally 2048 characters is available in caption. Means the size of the caption, 2048 characters is the size of the caption. Okay, and that much characters you can able to use in this caption. Okay, the next one is validation rule. Okay, validation rule means it limits the value that a field will accept. Okay, so the maximum number of value that a field can hold will be decided by this validation rule. For example, if a field is having a value, okay, for example, look here, according to this validation rule, if a field is less than or equal to 100, it means the field can hold value only less than or equal to 100, not more than 100. If you type a data more than 100, then there will be an error message. Okay, so that is all about validation rule. Then next one is validation text. Okay, next is validation text. This is used to show the error message. Okay, so if an error message appears, this validation text is nothing but the error message that is appearing in your data sheet. Okay, if the value entering in a particular field is not as per the validation rule, then validation text will take control and it will display an error message. Okay, so whatever data we enter, it should be under this validation rule. Okay, within that limit. Now next option is required. Okay, so required means if the field should always receive a value, if whatever you are entering inside the data sheet, a particular field should always accept it. If you want a particular field to always accept the value whatever you enter, then in required you should type yes. Okay, by default the value in required field will be no. Okay, if you want the field to accept whatever data that you enter in the sheet, then you can change this required option to yes. You can type yes there. So when you type yes there, you can enter whatever data in the field and the field will accept the data. Okay, then the next one is our allow zero length. Okay, so this property is used for text and memo data types. Okay, you know what is text and memo data types? Okay, text data types, see here short text, can you able to see types of data? Short text, long text. Okay, so these types of data. So for this types of data and also memo data type, you know there is a type called memo data type. Okay, for that type of, so memo means nothing but you can enter only binary data values, like binary means 0 and 1. Okay, that you know already, isn't it? So memo data type means you can enter in the field only binary values. Text means this kind of short text and long text. For these two properties, for these two types of data, you can use this allow zero length property. Okay, so I'll tell you one more thing. If this require field is assigned yes and allow zero length is also assigned yes, then you can create a field and you can leave that field empty also. You will not get any error message. Okay, but if required is set to no, okay, and allow zero length is set to no, okay, then the data must be entered in the field during data entry. You cannot leave it empty. Okay, so if you create a field, and you should if you are creating a field, you should enter data into it if allow zero length is set to no. Okay, if both are yes, then no problem. Even if you leave the field name empty, then there is no error message. Okay, so that is the specialty here. Then the next option is indexed. Indexing means you are creating a list. Okay, you know what is index. Usually index means in the front page you will have an index of in a textbook, the front page you will have the index, because it lists out what are the topics that is available in a textbook, isn't it? So similar to that, here indexing means you are listing out. This listing out property will help you to search um, anything in the data sheet. Okay, in order to search anything in the data sheet, the searching speed will be high. Okay, because of this indexing property. Okay, you have you also have two more options available under this index, that is called unique index and a duplicate index. Okay, see, so you call it unique index and a duplicate index. Unique index means there is no duplicate values in the primary key. Okay, so you don't have any duplicate values, it is the original value. And you have duplicate index also. It means that using this index values, you will have multiple data of the same type. Okay, means like a xerox of the data that you are searching will also be available in the same data sheet. That is called duplicate index. Okay. Okay, now listen dear children, there is a practice session next to this. A coaching center maintains the details of the admission test of the students. The student details are given below. Look here, field name, data type and the properties. Okay, so you need to do this, do the following is given. Save the table as admission test. After creating this table, you should save it as admission test. Then you should change to datasheet view and enter records in it. Okay, you should enter the records in it. Okay, so look here, solution is also given. Okay, you should create a database. How to create is given, and what are the things you should do after creating it is also given. Okay, so follow this and try to enter the values in the data sheet. Okay, so after completing this or while doing this, if you get any doubt, you can text me or contact me through my WhatsApp number. Okay dear children, will you do this? Okay, so try this out. Then the last topic is modifying the table design. Now dear children, since today's time is up, modifying the table design, we'll see that in the next class. Okay, so how to insert a field, how to delete a field. Okay, then renaming and moving a field. So that is all there here. Okay, so let's see this in next class. So far what we have completed now, you just practice in your house. Okay, so will you practice dear children? Okay dear children, that is all for today. Thank you. Have a great day.